Hello, and welcome back to Black Women North of 50. I'm Wynn Helms, psychotherapist, change seeker, truth teller, lover of a good story, and your host. Today I'm talking with Dana Bell, who is a licensed professional counselor in Michigan and also has had quite a creative life in terms of her career. And now she's branching off into being a podcaster like me. We're starting out here together as freshman podcasters. Anyway, it was great talking with her. Stay with me. As promised, talking today with Dana Bell, and she's got a lot of titles. So we're going to talk about that. She's a counselor, but she's in Michigan, and that's different than in California. So I'm going to ask you to tell me what the difference is between LPC and some of the other things that you're doing.
Okay. So thank you first for having me on your podcast. I'm glad to be here to assist with bringing value to your listeners in regards to emotional and mental health. So I am licensed here in Michigan as a licensed professional counselor. And as you told me in California, you're titled as a psychotherapist. So,
And licensed marriage and family therapist, and
okay.
there's a whole bunch of them, but
Right, right. It's the same thing here. You can also have an emphasis in family therapy, licensed professional counselor. So I see people who are dealing with different emotional disorders, along with grief, and also assisting them with professional development, easing from one um, life transition to another in the sense of from divorce to single, from employed to retired.
transitions.
Yes, absolutely. Mhm.
And tell me what CISM is?
Critical incident stress management. So when there are different occurrences at work or at schools, I can come in and help the employer provide a service to their employees in regards to having some talk throughs at a critical incident in the sense of something that might happen at the schools with the shootings or, yep, lockdowns. Um,
And this is a you don't work for the school, you're in private practice and then they call you
yes,
in,
yes,
right?
right. We would be contributing. And it could be any entity, um, the even the police department or some corporation may call us to come in and talk to the employees in regards to some type of incident that happened. Mhm.
How long have you been a counselor?
I have been a counselor since 2014.
You've got some hours under your belt.
Yeah.
Very good. Tell me what it was that got you into therapy, counseling. Is that something you always wanted to do?
It's funny, okay, that you say that. When let's see, this was like the early 2000s, maybe like 2001. I got my license to sell real estate, and at that time, I was doing welfare fraud investigations. But I did ask God, "What do you want for me to do? Where do you think I should be? I know I shouldn't be in this 9 to 5. What is it?" And he told me, "You should go get a counseling, degree." And I was like, no,
That doesn't sound right.
it's not it, right?" Now I did ask him, and he whispered nice and sweetly to me, and I was like, "Mm-mm, I don't wanna do that."
No, I say the still small voice, and
Exactly.
and sometimes you don't like what it says.
Right, right? So and rejected it, even though the science of it, understanding your mind, understanding your emotions, that was something that I liked, but to be a counselor, no. So I ignored it, and I applied for Corrections with MDOC, Michigan Department of Corrections. I applied for a position there as a parole agent, so I did get that in 2005 and stayed with it until I retired in 2023. So I've always wanted to help people to understand that there is a better for them regardless to what mistakes they may have made, to see that, right? And so if I could help you find resources or workshops, fine. So that's something that I did do, but it was in different entities and I wasn't actually a counselor, but then again I was.
You took the long way around. You heard the still small voice and thought, "Okay, I'm
Yep.
not gonna go straight."
No, mm-mm. Hard-headed, disobedient.
Look, you
So
know what? Sometimes that's what it takes.
right. And when you say that, it takes me to how I signed up for school. So my father passed in 2011,
I'm sorry.
and I was working thank you. I was working in the prison, but as a parole agent in a totally different, aspect. We're, getting certain inmates prepared to get parole, and, I volunteered to go into the prison and be a part of that project. So then it switched where the parole violators would come to the prison instead of going into whatever county jail they were in, and I was a part of the process to process them as parole violators, help them keep their parole, and put them into they would get a program that they would work through. My
So
father
you were a counselor.
but no, I was a parole agent. So
It sounds like you're doing counseling work.
there you go.
I'm saying. Okay, go ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah, parole agents, they are counselors. They are, a mentor. They are someone who gives them direction. And yes, we do have to handle parts of their violations when they do break the law while they're on parole. So my father passed, and after I had worked so hard to put that process together, I was put back into the field because working in the prison, I didn't have to work in the field. And me grieving, me not having time to just be off work to grieve, that gave me the fire to go back to work, go back to college to get my master's, and I got it in counseling, clinical mental health.
Gotta help me the step between, um, right before you went to get your master's.
Mhm.
Did you think about doing something else, or was it just like, "Okay, I'm gonna listen to God now." Going to counseling.
Because I knew that that was something that, I was supposed to do, and then I thought maybe, you know how when certain things start happening and it's like, "Well, wait a minute, what am I doing? What's going wrong?" And so I was like, "Okay, I'm getting ready to get this degree in counseling and move towards something else." Mhm.
You've had a lot of experience in counseling, whether you wanted to or not,
Exactly.
that
Mhm.
has got
Mhm.
to have helped you with your private practice.
Right. Absolutely, because working in corrections, you're working with all types of behaviors, all types of cultures, men and women, and it's not just with the parolees, but your coworkers. So not only am I supposed to be managing my emotions, I have to be aware of other people's emotions, other people's the way they think in the sense of their habits.
And we're talking during COVID.
When COVID hit, they kicked the parole people I shouldn't say they kicked us out, but they sent us back to the field. I was on medical leave for a little bit, so I was at home doing
For
so
most of COVID, is that what you said?
no, not the beginning.
It had to have been horrible in the prison setting during COVID.
Well, so as it started off, so the world shut down what was that, March 15th or something like that? It was because we didn't know what to do, how to do. You have to have contact with each other, even again, if it's just your coworkers. And we were wiping things down and spraying bleach water. So,
Trying whatever. Nobody knew what to do.
right.
So, mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Wow. You have a very, yeah, I want to go back to real estate.
Yeah, for a minute.
What was the
And I like
thinking there?
oh, always. I love looking at properties, looking at homes, and then as a real estate agent, I get to help you with one of the most important decisions that you make in your life. It's very involved, and it does have an extreme emotional context, right? Okay, so again, me not knowing that I'm counseling, but I'm trying to walk you as a first time buyer through the process of buying a home and understanding that yes, the bank did approve you for 150,000. However, your spending habits and the way you treat money, you should try to stick around a $90,000 house. And they didn't like that. And I tried to help them understand. I'm like, the bank said this, but they didn't include your habit of going to Starbucks every day, getting your hair done every week or every other week, getting your nails done. They don't count those expenditures, and you aren't counting them either when you're going in to get that mortgage that is way higher than what you can actually spend. So, counseling and not knowing I was counseling.
I was going to say, when did you notice that, oh, I'm in school for some stuff I've been teaching for years
Yeah, the first class.
before real estate? What was your life like?
So, before real estate, you mean like what type of job did I have? Welfare fraud investigations.
Okay.
Mhm.
We've always worked with the community in one way or another.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to just say that Dana and I are both freshmen
For
podcasters,
sure.
and we're starting on this road
Freshmen,
together.
amateurs. Well,
and
I'm an
and there's
amateur for sure.
oh, please, me too, and proud of it.
Right, it's something new and something different, right?
It is, and I want to talk to you about what was the impetus to start a podcast.
Okay, and I always tell people when I say this, "Don't tell David I said this." But podcast is like radio, right? It is radio.
What do
So,
he doesn't like that or something?
well, yeah, that's it's new age, it's a podcast.
Whatever, man. We're 20th century gone.
Right, way back. So, but, I always wanted to be on the radio, and so when I started thinking about podcasts and how, whatever your topic is and the audience you want to reach, that's a way to reach them, to help them. So, if they listen to my podcast that I am to launch in the near future, right?
Okay, you can be vague about that now, but we're gonna get down to it in a minute.
And don't forget, you said you would keep me accountable.
Oh,
So,
without question. It's on my calendar already, Dana,
see,
so
thank you, thank you. So,
tell me what your podcast is gonna be about.
well, the title of my podcast or the name of my podcast is Believing You're Better, and it is to assist those who have that thought pattern of I can't, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too this, I'm too that. No, believe in your better and move towards it. So I am going to have, well, I already started the interviews where I interview different people who have gone through a huge transition or or a huge space of life that was very challenging, maybe traumatic, and now they're on the other side and they're keen, they're good, they're totally on track to where it is that they thought they would never get to.
What is it that you bring from your past careers to your podcast and to your guests?
Um, I think because I understand their challenge to think that, well, this is where I am and this is where I'm going to be for the rest of my days. I also understand the walk and trying not to be there and moving forward. And so if I can help somebody do that, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Be it if even though it's in the realm of counseling, with counseling, I help others to understand who they are, become acquainted with themselves, give themselves forgiveness, and be their best cheerleader in the sense of pushing themselves past the discomfort, past the hurt, and to move into a space where they can heal, thrive.
All of the counselors, psychotherapists that I know got the notion of helping people early on. And I'm wondering who modeled for you that helping people was something that was important and you wanted to do?
Well, I would say, yeah, my parents, my family, um, we were very tight. There was no if a family member needed something, you just turned away because you thought they were a bum or you thought they were not doing what you told them to do. So that was a part of our family. You help, you lift up.
And
Mhm.
that's just how it is, period.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You have clearly you've done a lot. And being now I say this, I'm assuming you're north of 50.
Yes.
Okay, just checking. um, when did you find that your life was coming into alignment in terms of what it is that your purpose, I guess?
Mhm. I would say when I started school for the master's for clinical mental health, because each and every class, it resonated with me. I gobbled it up, except for one class, and that was research and statistics. Oh, not so much the research, but the statistics. Why? Why, Lord? Why?
It's a test.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because and I call it a reader because yes, like half my cohort got discouraged. And I was like, "No, no, no one is quitting. We're not quitting." And they were like, "Well, I'm old, it's too much." Mm-mm.
Not
We're
trying to hear
passing
that,
this
huh?
class, and that teacher over there is gonna help us pass this class.
How many of you were there in your cohort?
It was, I want to say, like 20 of
And you
us.
were the cheerleader for all of them, huh?
Well, when we got to that course, yeah, because no, we were like halfway at our halfway point or a little past our halfway. I was like, "No, we're not dropping out now.
You've come too far.
We will not be."
Is it a 2-year master's program?
Yes, let's see, the semester before it was time for us to finish, the state of Michigan changed some of their dynamics, and so it added a semester. That's what
That's just wrong.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my
That
goodness.
almost shut some people down too. Very hot. But they gave us the option. You could either graduate during the regular time or stay and get the credits because eventually you would have to come and get those credits for your, license. Yeah.
You
So
know, it would be just as easy for them to wait for the next class to start.
and grandma, one would think,
Oh, whatever. How many hours did you have to complete?
you know what? I don't know, it was, how they say witness trauma and you just paid through it. We just paid through it. I don't even remember.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm not mad at you because it's
It's like
traumatic.
"Wait a minute, what? We supposed to graduate in spring, so now we're graduating in May?" I mean, it was like the winter semester, but then we had to push through to the spring.
Tell me how your counseling career has influenced your personal relationships with your family, friends.
So, all right, so I do care, right? So if we're friends and you're having a melancholy day and I'm like, what's going on? You all right? And you tell me da da da. So then I would say something to make you reflect on or reframe without, I didn't say those words, just, well, maybe did you think about such and such and such to get you talking more, right? About what's going on and help you to figure it out. And then they would, Dana, don't be trying to do that therapy stuff on me.
Right? I was waiting for that.
So I'm like, no, I'm not. I really care. I wasn't really, because I know that's touchy with people.
Well, yes, and when you're a counselor like you are, you bring so much of yourself to it. It's not like
Mm.
you just have different words than you had before you went to school.
Right.
Nothing else has changed.
Reframing.
Right.
So way back in the day, way back in the day, it was think before you speak.
Mhm.
Is
I
that a
remember.
wise decision?
I'm sorry, say it again.
When we were young, it's like think about what you're about to say. Think about what you're about to do.
Right, exactly, and I didn't realize how much power words have until I got much older and, recognized that. Yeah. You've spoken about God.
Yes, yes.
Tell me how your spiritual life has helped you along your way.
Ooh, to help me stay focused, or I should say, bring back the mindset of understanding that some of this is not about you. It's not happening to you, like somebody pointed you out and they're going to get you. No, this is somebody's decision that they made in regards to something that was going on with them. And you might be in the crosshairs, but it's not just you. So
Don't take it so personally.
right, right. It's something a part of life, and you gotta figure out some things that how to make things change for you.
How much of your spiritual self are you thinking about bringing to your podcast?
Well, they will know that, yes, I love the Lord, and I am going to talk about him, and I am going to give him praise. And because of him, look, I help you.
That's who you are and what
Yeah.
you bring, right?
Mhm.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
I think, you said earlier, you work with families. Who do you mostly work with in your counseling in terms of demographic?
In terms of demographics, average client is female, African American, and in between the ages of 30 and 60. So, that's on app
Where do you pull from? Where do you pull your clients?
Psychology Today.
Is that right?
Mhm, yeah. I use Psychology Today and word of mouth.
Mhm.
Yes.
After a while, it's like because I think that there are more Black women psychotherapists, counselors than there have been in a while. It's
Mm,
just we fill up.
mhm.
So when someone's looking for a Black therapist, you kinda have to shop a little bit. And I gotta say, I only know a few Black male psychotherapists. They are unicorns in our field.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
they are. They're very but, they're needed.
absolutely.
They are needed. Yes.
Because I mean, we are wired differently,
Mhm,
men and women,
mhm.
and I can only know so much
Right.
about what they're going through. And when I have a male, particularly a Black male client, I'm always extra curious
Mhm.
and extra sensitive because coming from a whole world, I don't know. I really don't know. You know,
So, when I worked as a parole agent, I always had a male caseload. So that means all of the guys that I supervised, I mean, all of the people on my caseload, they were men. Very seldom would I have one woman or maybe possibly two, but quickly to get them off. But I would tell those men that I might not know what you feel as a man, but I do know what is needed for you as a human, as a person to move forward. And no, I don't know how you love, but we all need love. We all need structure. We all need awareness. So that's how when they, 'cause sometimes, "Well, you don't know, you're not a
I
man."
was gonna say, how much pushback did you get?
Oh, right. Yeah,
A
absolutely.
lot.
But because by me being a female and then reminding them of their mom, their aunt, their grandmother, their sister, "You sound just like my auntie." Well, okay. So that's 2
If
of
you
us.
had listened to her, you wouldn't be in this
Right.
position.
That's 2 of us telling you the same thing. So
What does that mean?
exactly.
Like,
Yes,
oh, that's funny.
yes.
Helping people to find their best life, Black women north of
Mhm.
50. Where do you start talking to them about that?
Well, it depends where they are, and I could just come, stand aside them, right? So, depending on where they are, meaning, are they an empty nester? Are they trying to find themselves because they lost themselves, raising the babies and making sure that the babies were together? Well, they're together. They're away at school. So now it's your time to shine. What is it that you want? Um, Oftentimes, even if they're younger, they have lost themselves. They don't know how to have fun anymore. They don't know what makes them smile. So, especially after dealing with COVID, you have a bunch of people who work from home now. They don't even have to go back to the office. And that is not good for a lot of people because now they're disassociating even with the simple of things. And so that makes a connection harder.
Oh my goodness. I know that in myself.
Mhm.
Working at home after COVID, I have to force myself to go out sometimes because it
Mm.
to get people, to be around people because it's all about connection. And
Right.
right? Yeah.
So I tell my clients they have to come outside and play.
What do you do when life gets too loud and you just need to step back? What do you do to take care of yourself?
Oh, let's see. I know how to turn my phone off, and if it's if it's just an easy day, yesterday, you said you sent me an email, and I couldn't turn that computer off quick enough when I finished my last client. I'm like, "Okay, that's the end of this." And I ran, get in that warm shower. Yes, yes. Fall asleep to some movie or something. But other than that, I make plans with my sister or some other friends, family members, and I have long-standing friends that are like family now, so I call one of them, "What are you doing? Let's do this," or we make plans for different things, so yeah.
Were you the counselor for your sister coming up?
Yeah, I was the boss of her. It seems like she's bossing me now.
Well, what are you gonna do? Payback.
Right.
Is she younger?
Yes.
So you were the big sister.
Yeah.
And you had the counselor role, the caregiver role from jump, from way
Mhm.
back.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it was, and you kept fighting it. And it's like, okay, you
Right.
can fight. You can fight for only so long.
Right. So, yeah, and people but then, like you said, so people well, now, not too much because I guess maybe because I'm older, so I just slide on. I'm just gonna sit over here for a moment. Let me know after you all made the decisions.
Yes, I'm not mad at you at all. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Figure it out. I'm right over here.
right. Tell my sister, "Okay, you said what? We going where? Just let me know the date so I can make sure my calendar goes well with my clients, so who I have to move around."
Yeah, I have a couple of longtime friends, and we try to get together a couple times a year
Mhm.
and texting. Well, this, and I'm like, Love you, don't care what you're doing, let me know when you're available. That's it. Figure out the time, I'm there.
Right. Right.
Don't I don't wanna know the in between.
Right. The overthink. Now, yeah, that's something I don't overthink on. Mm-mm. It's like either I'm going or I'm not.
I deal with that. There's too much I think, I can speak for you, we love our work, and it's
Mhm.
just draining on an emotional and mental level.
So I'm going to give kudos to corrections because that job, you can be heightened, right? And so, well, when I say heightened, it's because you're supervising people who are on parole. So that means that really they're still a part of corrections. They have a tail on their sentencing left, some years on their sentencing left. And so basically parole is, hey, if you do right, you stay out of trouble for these 12 months, 24 months, then we're gonna get rid of that the extra years. But we're monitoring their behavior. So they get pulled over for a ticket, you hear about it. Something goes on, somebody calls on them, you hear about it. And heaven forbid they hit the news. So then all eyes are on you. You, me as an agent, what did you do with this person? How did they perform da da da? And so you could be on alert. Let me say it like that. You could be on alert.
Is that what you mean by heightened?
Yes.
Like anxious or just
Hmm.
ready to jump when you need to?
Absolutely. And or if someone changes some policy or procedure and it's something that they want to jump into effect, that might halt whatever it is you're doing, and you gotta tend to this. And so, it's like, "Well, wait now, I need to go to the jail and see someone." "No, you gotta do this first." So you would have to find ways to bring yourself down. Go to the movies, write. I used to write.
Mm. You don't anymore?
Yeah, I do.
Why
But
you say you used to
that was
then?
really that was like medicine. Yeah, to
Did you say it
just
was like
cut
medicine? Is that
down
what you
those
said?
things. Yeah. So I think the focus on relaxing was more so when I was working 9 to 5 like that. But doing counseling, and I guess because I love it, it's not like work, so I'm not as drained.
Imma check you on that because if it was not like work, you wouldn't have been so happy to go to bed last night when
Oh,
after
so sweet. Okay, so here's the disclosure or disclaimer. Daylight saving time sucks. I can't stand it. And so I have to get my head together. Look, what is it? Emotional awareness? Because I already know that the shorter days are coming. They're going to be here until what, March? No, 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 no. It gets a little the day it gets a little bit better in January.
slowly,
Yeah.
very slowly.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, 5:30 and it's dark outside. Like, "Wait, what? So what's happening?"
it drives me crazy. Yeah, that. It's like, why? Why?
I'm wondering about the people you worked with when you were in corrections
Mhm.
and the kind of people they were
Mhm.
and how they were either similar or dissimilar to the people going through the counseling program.
Oh, similar. Mhm. Mhm. They're just everybody that I work with, they're just as caring. Absolutely. They want for the guys and the women on their, caseload to succeed.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Well, that's nice to hear.
Mhm.
Corrections gets a lot of bad publicity.
Yeah, yeah. But no, look, now you might interview some of the parolees and they'll be like, "Ah," but no,
Well, right.
seriously,
Everybody's gonna be a little bit different.
everybody right, 'cause everybody managed their caseload differently, but I can honestly say the people that I worked with, they did want for the people on their caseload to succeed. We were always looking for different resources for, housing, especially for jobs, right. So, no, no, to watch them fail, that's like being against humanity. No. That's not. Mm-mm.
I want to turn our attention back to the present and your podcast, which is going to launch on January 5th, 2026.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yes, it is. It's out there now.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
like I said before, we're both freshmen at this,
Mhm.
trying to figure out the whole podcast world. And what are some of your, if you're open to talking about your fears, what's the biggest roadblock that you have?
That I don't do it right in regards to the mechanics. The speaking part, the interviewing part, I think I can do that because I interview people every day, actually, whether they look at it like that or not. Just talking to them, asking them about themselves, what things they want to change, what things they don't understand about themselves. So interviewing others to assist others. I think that's going to, well, I have done some interviews and it's fun. It's fun. I have some interviews for the podcast. Mhm. And it's fun.
We are both we are just for everybody listening, we are both in the same podcast group.
Right.
And what we're constantly being told is the first couple of episodes you're going to do, you're going to hate. Do it anyway. And I mean, I don't like that advice, but it's true.
But didn't it make it when they said that, did you get like a sigh of relief?
A little bit. Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's still scary, but I tuck that thought back in my mind as I'm doing it. And, I go back and look and go, "Ooh." And I'm still new.
Mhm.
And we have to give each other and ourselves some grace
Yes,
to get through
absolutely.
this, particularly north of 50. This is all new, this tech stuff.
Right. Well, it's so much. I was telling someone dealing with all of the apps. Everything is an app. Okay. But you have to learn the app to get it to function the way that you saw it working, right? So the person who is using the app to tell you to use it, they're a champ at it. Oh, you just do this and you try to do this and this.
That
Okay.
makes me crazy.
But
Slow
I'm on
down.
a HP, you're on a Mac. Nobody said that it's gonna show up different. Just saying.
It's a whole thing. Oh,
It
goodness.
it's a bunch of things. It is not just one.
Let me ask you if you have any thoughts that you'd like to end our interview on. And I'm going to say, in terms of your podcast, what we can look forward to when you launch.
Okay. So because like the title, Believe in Your Better, I am interviewing people again who have gone through some strong life changes or life experiences, and they are now on the other side moving in their greatness. So that's key. So for anyone listening, you have greatness within you, but it's up to you to pull it out and move in that. If you don't believe in yourself, you can use the strength of myself and Miss Wynn here, because we believe in you. So take that energy and move for yourself. So that's what I hope for people listening to get one little nugget to believe
I'm
in
I'm
themselves.
looking forward to it, and we're sort of aligned in the kind of
Yes,
message we want to
yes.
give people, which is
Our
great.
first workshop. That's why remember when we first contacted each other. Yes, I was like, well, wait a minute. She and I have the same focus.
That's it. I was,
Yeah,
oh, I when we were talking earlier this week, I'm like, okay, this is. And I need to talk to Dana, and it was back burnered. I knew
right,
I needed to talk to you.
right. Back burner of the podcast. And I'm like, okay, all right, God, I got it. I got it. So I'm here with you now.
Absolutely. Dana, thank you so much. How Tell me again the name of your podcast coming up,
Believe in your better.
and that's on, will it be on, iTunes, Spotify, or
It would be on YouTube, and the other one, I wanna say Spotify. If it's not Spotify, it's Apple.
You know what? They'll find you.
Look, right, right. I'm just putting it on. I might say the wrong platform, but if they want to contact me, they can go to, let's talk with danabell.com.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it exactly.
yes.
Thank you so much, Dana,
Well,
for joining me today.
thank you, thank you.
One of the things about being new at podcasting is important to have accountability. I'm so glad I had a chance to interview Dana Bell, who has been a caregiver counselor her whole life and started doing it for money when she got to be older, and now is a podcaster. Her podcast name is Believe in Your Better, and it will drop at the beginning of the year. She's committed to the launch date of January the 5th, and now it's out there. So I've got to keep her accountable for that particular date. And anyway, till I see you again, create your own joy, be curious about your life, and find something funny every day. We need it bad. Take care.